Good evening. I'm Cecilia Serna, and I'm so happy that you joined us tonight to learn about Juice Plus. The reason why I got excited about Juice Plus is because I met Caprice at HeartLink, and she was able to provide me with a sample of Juice Plus. And I do enjoy having fresh juice, and I usually purchase that. But sometimes I have this great idea that I'm going to juice myself a nice drink, and I'll purchase all the vegetables, and it takes me 2 or 3 days to make the juice. Then I get about 3 glasses of juice and then I get discouraged and I don't do it again for a while. But I know there's a lot of benefits in having fresh fruits and vegetables in our diet. Being a registered nurse for over 20 years, I know the benefits and that I usually lack those nutrients. And also, I was going to let you know that I always like teaching others. As a nurse, we teach others on a daily basis, we care for others. And I just thought this made sense to incorporate in my new business. I'm an esthetician. I did an esthetician license during the pandemic. I wanted to help others with skincare. I worked as a general surgery and plastic surgery registered nurse for over 5 years. And I know firsthand what happens to the skin when we have radiation and chemotherapy, and I wanted to help and bless other women with my knowledge and tender touch. So I wanted to incorporate also, cleaning the gut. I know it's also going to be very beneficial, even for people with acne, if to purge all these toxins out of your system is going to give you healthy, glowing skin. So I have Caprice, my wonderful guest speaker here today to share some stuff about what is Juice Plus. And Caprice Cabrera, she's a master certified health coach and the founder of The Joy of Wealth, a company grounded in the belief that the quality of your health is the true measure of success. The Joy of Wealth, and it's spelled WELLTH, reflects her philosophy where well being, energy, lifestyle, and longevity come together to create a truly rich life. For 20 years, Caprice has been partnered with the Juice Plus Company and is deeply committed to helping people experience the powerful impact of putting more plants in their bodies. Her passion for simple, sustainable health strategies is rooted in a real life results and a deep belief that vibrant health is possible for everyone. So please welcome Caprice to share with us.
Thank you so much for that introduction and just being a partner with us. This is a really important message. We have a blessing of an opportunity to help people to get more plants in their body and feel better and lower their risk of illness and to have a oncology skincare specialist in our team, someone who spent her life as a nurse and caring for other people and their well-being is really just phenomenal. So I feel very blessed to be able to do this presentation tonight with you. So a little bit about me. Besides what you said, I got into the health and wellness space 20 years ago with the Juice Plus company. I had three little boys. They were constantly getting sick, catching colds in preschool and kindergarten, and I knew that they were not eating enough fruits and vegetables. And I was stressed. I was a stressed out mom. I was working in the corporate world. I was traveling a lot, and I felt like they weren't getting the nutrition that they needed. And so I was introduced to someone who she walked into my life, became a friend when I moved to Southern California, and she had joined the Juice Plus company. So she was really excited about it, and she had young kids too, and she said her kids weren't getting sick as much anymore. And so I immediately I saw the value because I knew that the vitamin, Flintstone vitamins and all these, candy vitamins weren't doing the job, right? And so they were still getting sick. And it was obvious to me that they were on the pizza, chicken nugget, macaroni and cheese diet, like most kids at that age. And they were hiding their vegetables, underneath the corner of the wash machine. It was like they would hide their vegetables places and not eat them. And so I knew that they needed Juice Plus. I knew that it was just going to be easier. that they would eat the chewables and that I would have more peace of mind as a mother. And I did start it, and it didn't take long of consistent use with Juice Plus that they stopped getting sick so often. They never had an earache again after that. If they did catch a cold at school, it was mild. It wasn't that old, I'm out for 5 weeks really sick and the rest of the family's catching it too. So our immune systems clearly got stronger. And there were other things too. We didn't have any major health issues in our family, but there were little things like lower inflammation, which reduced back pain, better skin and hair, more energy. For me, I had a ton more energy. I used to get an afternoon slump. And I think for the 20 years I've been on Juice Plus, I mean, Nikki knows, I have my friend Nikki here today. She knows that I am constantly energetic. I don't usually have a dip. And I know Nikki also had a similar experience when she started Juice Plus. Another thing, iron. I was really low in iron. I'm almost anemic, pretty consistently for many years. After I got on Juice Plus, I'm assuming it's all the green leafy vegetables that are naturally containing iron. I've had strong iron ever since Juice Plus. Regularity, I mean, no problems with regularity. So those were all kind of little things that happened to me and my family. And I have been on it. I would never go without it. I'm a lifer. And once you understand the value of getting all of that nutrition that we just can't possibly eat every single day, you will also want to take it for life. So what I'd like to share with you, I'm going to go through a presentation. We call this one simple change because it is that simple. You have a choice. I'll share with you what the choices are. You have a choice, and it's very simple to add all of these nutrients into your diet every single day with this solution. So, good health, what does good health mean to you? I mean, we all know this. Every adult, at least, knows what they can be doing for their health. It's a matter of fitting it in, right? We have these busy lifestyles, the world's overwhelming, and it's just our work is overwhelming, and it's hard to do all the things that we know will help our health. So we suggest to the Juice Plus company that you jumpstart your health journey by making this one simple change. And if you change this, it's usually a catalyst to a healthier lifestyle. So this is a foundational addition to your health. And it usually is a catalyst to more healthy lifestyle habits. So we know that eating a lot of rich fruits and vegetables is important for good health. Most people have heard to eat the rainbow and prioritize plants on their plate. The USDA recommends filling half your plate with fruits and vegetables. I mean, how many people watching actually do that consistently? I love eating fruits and vegetables. It's still hard, when we're in a rush to make sure that we've got that variety in every meal. And so the fact is that the majority of the US, most people consume less than 1 cup of fruit and less than 1.5 cups of vegetables daily. And that's just not enough. And Juice Plus, which I'll share with you some of what we offer, it's all pushing plants. I'm a plant pusher. Cecilia's a plant pusher with me. And it helps bridge the gap between what you should eat every day and what you are eating every day, which is not enough. And so we never say to replace eating the real thing. In fact, at the Juice Plus company, we encourage people to eat more whole foods, and we help people learn how to do that more easily. It's still, even if you're doing a lot of it, it's still not enough. Again, most people eating less than 3 servings of fruits and vegetables every single day. So the other really important thing about adding more plants to your diet is that whole foods are complex. There's all tens of thousands of naturally occurring vitamins and plant nutrients that work together synergistically in their God-given form of combination of nutrients, and they work together to serve your body optimally. It help your body function as best as it can. So the Juice Plus delivers the benefits of plant-based nutrition from a wide variety of fruits, vegetables, berries, and grains, and omegas. So I was talking earlier about my kids. And when I was a young juice pluser, I was in my 30s, and my kids were three boys under seven, and they started on the chewables. And the chewables at the time, there's something called the Healthy Starts for Family program, where Juice Plus actually pays for your child's Juice Plus is if they're at least 4 years old. And back then, the program was 4 years. The child got it for 4 years. Well, now they've actually increased it. So if you have a child that starts anytime, before they're 26 years old. And as long as the adult who's sponsoring that child in the Healthy Starts for Family program is buying the Juice Plus, like me, I've bought mine for 20 years straight. The kids will get it for all the way until they're 26 years old. So it's a really generous program. And the Juice Plus Essentials, they include, so whether it's capsules or chewables, they include fruit, vegetable, berry, and omegas. So those are four different blends, and that's almost 40 different fruits, vegetables, berries, grains, and omegas from plants. And I'm super excited. I'll share a little bit about it with you. We have a new product. It's a new delivery system. It's called Superfood Powder by Juice Plus. So now you can drink all those fruits and vegetables. And I'll share a little bit more about the source, but this is not a vitamin. It's actually classified as concentrated food with a nutrition label. And so they've actually pulverized produce. And the capsules and chewables and the drink, the concentrated plants, it's vegan, it's gluten-free, it's made without GMOs. It has the highest standard of certification, certifying that it's safe and authentic, high integrity. It's called NSF certification, and it's certified kosher. So all the buzzwords that everybody wants to hear these days, to feel confident that something's really healthy, and it tastes delicious, kind of like a fruit punch. So when you look at this slide, I like to ask people to look at it for 10 seconds. Look at all of those different fruits and vegetables, and the omega oils from plants as well. How many of those do you eat every single day? Like, how many did you eat today? If you look at those, I know for me, I think I ate maybe five of them, but I also took all my Juice Plus, so I'm good. But on a everyday, day in and day out basis, nobody's getting this. I mean, very few people are getting this quality and quantity of produce. And that's the guarantee that you get from Juice Plus, that you will be getting all of that from the real whole food that's concentrated every single day that you take it. So this is a little bit on the superfood powder. It is, again, the same exact powder that's left after the whole process of concentrating it, pulverizing the entire plants, including the peel, the seed, the pit. There's a lot of nutrition in those things that we're not even eating when we eat the whole food. So all of that's contained in the superfood powder, the capsules, or the chewables. And so you get to enjoy the now in the drink form, the superfood powder, and get your stuff, your fruits and vegetables there. And it's going to be to each his own. Like, I love that after 20 years of taking all those capsules, that I can do the water form, because I drink a ton of water and I love to flavor my water. So now I get to flavor it with plants. My husband, on the other hand, he's a creature of habit. He just wants to continue taking his capsules and not drink it, and so he's going to stick with the capsules. There's a lot of people that are the younger generation. They would prefer, they carry around their Stanley mugs, and they're understanding the value of hydrating, and they prefer, a lot of them will prefer this. A lot of the elderly, unfortunately, are taking a lot of medications, and so there's a lot of instances where they either stop or don't start Juice Plus capsules, because they are already taking a lot of pills, and they have pill fatigue. So this is going to really serve a lot of people that today, may not necessarily be getting all this nutrition from eating it or from Juice Plus. So we're really excited about this revolution. So, Juice Plus is easily something that most people can fit into their budget. I look at it as a part of my grocery bill. I look at it as preventing having to pay for medications and see the doctor more often and call in sick. And, there's a lot of cost savings related to that. And it's also it's very affordable. I'll share more with you shortly on that. But it could be less than buying a cup of gourmet coffee. A lot of people buy coffees from popular coffee joints that we all would be familiar with, and those can be up to $6 or even $7 a cup. So we're talking far less than something like that, giving you natural energy and serving your overall health. And taking chewables, like a daily serving of chewables, it's as much as buying a bag of chips. A lot of people are buying these things with no question whatsoever about, what the ingredients are, how much sugar, fat, chemicals they're putting in their body or on their skin. I mean, Cecilia, you know very well that putting high quality things on your skin that are natural and not toxic are as important as putting it inside your body. So as a oncology skincare specialist, you know the importance of nutrition on the inside and out. So we there's lack of questioning of anything. Most people don't know what's in the products that they put on or in their body. Drinking a Juice Plus shake, costs roughly the same as a fast food breakfast sandwich. So if you could make a choice, and the cost is obviously not an issue because these things that aren't serving our health cost more. What would you choose?
The juice.
Did you want to say something, Cecilia?
Oh no.
Okay, okay. So, Juice Plus Company is very committed to farm fresh nutrition. And, as someone who's been with this company and passionate all 20 years, I'm even more passionate now than ever, especially because of our new superfood drinkable version, which I absolutely love. We've always inspired healthy living. Like anytime I gather people in a room or in a virtual presentation like this, my number one goal is to inspire healthy living by helping people learn ways, solutions that they could be healthier. And for almost 30 years, well, more than it says almost 30, but I think it's a little bit more than 30. We've sourced the ingredients from farms. They're local small farmers who take pride in their growing quality, and they grow only the highest quality vegetables and produce. The produce is harvested at the peak of ripeness. And that's really important because I don't know if you've noticed, but if you're buying produce at the grocery store, they're not very colorful. Yeah, they're very expensive right now, but they're also lacking in color. So if you might notice that the tomatoes are pale, that the strawberries are more white inside, that the green peppers aren't as deep green as they have been in the past. And the color is the evidence of the nutrition. Those nutrients actually are what create the color. And so we're lacking that in the produce that most people are eating today. So not only are they eating less than three a day, it's also less quality, less nutritious. So, this we pick the produce at the peak of ripeness, where at the grocery store it's picked prematurely. So it's picked unripe or less ripe because it needs time to travel in those trucks however many miles, hundreds or thousands of miles to get to the warehouse and then get on the store shelves. And so they can't pick it vine ripe, otherwise it would be spoiled by that time. So that's another reason why it's lacking in nutrition. And we don't want chemically ripened produce. We want the real produce grown to its peak when it was intended to be picked with the full benefit of the nutrients from the sun and the soil. So we also low temperature dry the produce, and that protects the nutrients from heat degradation. And we also have the highest testing standards. One of the other things that convinced me when I first started looking at ways to help my family become more healthier and have better nutrition, I learned about the clinical research on Juice Plus. And again, there was nothing else. It's so confusing when you go to any store and look at the supplement aisle. I mean, how do you pick out of thousands of supplements, right, that have a supplement label, meaning they're made in a lab and artificial versus a nutrition label like Juice Plus has, meaning it's actually concentrated food. It's very difficult to pick. But when I found out that there were well, at that time there were like maybe 30, but now there's 40 independent peer-reviewed scientific publications that include research that was conducted at leading universities and hospitals around the world. I would you'd be hard pressed if you picked anything that you use today, or in your body, on your body, supplements, to find the independent gold standard research in human blood proving that it improves so many markers of good health. So what you can see here is that our essential capsules, the chewables, and the drinkable form, the research shows that it's bioavailable. It gets into your bloodstream and it does good things. It supports immune function. So, we want our immune systems to have a better defense against the oxidative stress and the things that could potentially damage our cells. We want additional antioxidant protection. I didn't know this when I first got into wellness, but plants, everybody's heard the word antioxidants. Well, what does that actually mean? It means that it's against oxidative stress, against oxidation. And so plants are one of the best things you can put in your body to reduce the oxidative stress that could negatively impact your health. Inflammation, it improves. It protects DNA. It improves cognitive health. It supports healthy skin, dental health, helps your heart health. That's really important to most of us. Lung function, it helps your gut health. There's more awareness now about the importance of feeding your gut well, and plants are the number one thing, a prebiotic to feed the bacteria in your gut so that you can have healthy, happy gut bacteria, and that impacts your immune system, to your brain health, to your hormones, everything. So, and then it increases the omega-3 index as well. So it's why so many health professionals, leading medical professionals, recommend Juice Plus. I mentioned that it's in humans, so all the research is conducted in human clinical trials. It's peer-reviewed journals, the highest quality medical journals, research that there is. It's ethically conducted. All of these things, double-blind, placebo control, they're all things that the medical profession looks for. So there's another product that Juice Plus came out with last year, and this is for mental health. There's so many people that are concerned about brain fog. I mean, how many people have you heard? I've got brain fog. I can't think clearly. I've got low energy. I'm distractible. So all of those things we hear people complain about all the time. So what if your mind could operate at its clearest? So Luminate is actually plant-based adaptogens and nootropics. Now, I'm not going to go into the science of those, but basically they're plants that support the brain. So you've heard lion's mane, cordyceps, ashwagandha. Those are pretty popular. You hear those, and there's lots of supplements and things with that. But again, supplements like in a lab, this is actually concentrated plants. So all of these things support your focus. There's also 80 milligrams of caffeine from the coffee berry, which people will question. Well, there's caffeine, but it's different than the manufactured coffee beans that go into coffee. This is the, original unadulterated coffee berry. And so again, it's all intact. It's not modified. So it's very healthy and helps give a calm focus and energy. And so this is something that if you also very low sugar, very low calorie, non-GMO. So if you are looking for more mental clarity or know someone who is, this would be a great thing to add. We also have the shakes. These shakes I use, my husband and I use these at least 5 days a week. And it's not just a shake. I do a lot of different things with this. I make power balls with the protein powder. I make healthy chocolate milk, just a scoop of chocolate and almond milk. I make pudding, chocolate pudding. I make what I call healthy hot cocoa. So there's all different ways that you can use this and get the added protein, fiber, and extra plant-based nutrients like from spirulina and pumpkin seed and things like that will be in addition to the superfood drink or the capsules or chewables. We also have a shake that's for people who are looking for a higher performance, like athletes like this, anybody who's looking to have a higher amount of protein and a even lower amount of sugar because the other shakes are low as well, but this is extremely low. And it helps with performance and exercise recovery. It helps with your bone density. It helps with energy. So this is just another option, and it's a nice fruity flavor. So the Healthy Starts program I mentioned earlier that my kids started on, and they only got it for 4 years, and now people get it until their child is 26. So what a nice improvement. The company gives you your child's free. You do pay for the shipping, but the child is free in exchange for your survey feedback. So they want to know what your Juice Plus effect has been, both for the adults and the child that's being sponsored. And so usually there are a lot of improvements in the study that over 1.5 million people are in now, or kids are in, all have wonderful healthy outcomes. So you can see here some of the study results that 71% of children start consuming less fast food and soft drinks. 71% start drinking more water. 61% eat more fruits and vegetables. 66% eat going to the doctor less. 56 taking less over-the-counter and prescription drugs. Less are missing school. So, what parent wouldn't want those improvements in their child's health? So this is the end of the presentation. As you can see, we're just excited about inspiring healthy living. And so we thank you for being here and listening to what we have to share. And so Cecilia, is there anything you'd like to add?
A couple of things came to mind. Sorry, I've been recovering from this cold.
Oh, see, you got to double up on your Juice
Today,
Plus. Always double up
I
on
know,
your Juice Plus.
and I have a lot of allergies. And the good news is when I drank that, and even though it had mango in it, I had no reaction. So I was just ecstatic. Everything has banana, I can't have banana. It has avocado, I can't have avocado. Mango, it's just horrible. So I know this will help my immune system. I can do allergy shots, and this is like better than an allergy shot. But I was going to say something came in mind. We teach diabetes every single day at work, and we always teach our diabetics. If you have a plate of food, 50% has to be fruits and not fruits, but vegetables. And the other quarter is going to be protein, and that other quarter of your plate is going to be your carbohydrate. And right here, just drinking this will help those diabetics decrease, their blood sugars. And if you do have high blood sugar, I don't know if people are aware, it causes dry, itchy skin. And this would improve your skin if you can just decrease your blood sugar. So I just thought that was just a blessing, just listening to that. And then one other thing was, I know like all of our foods, if you look at the ingredients, because we always teach our diabetics as well, look at the ingredients, look at the carbohydrates. But if you haven't noticed, everything says bioengineered, bioengineered, bioengineered. And what do we see a lot of? The cancer, 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 and cancer. So with this Healthy Start program, I didn't know about that until you just shared that. That's amazing because the children, some parents can't afford, the healthy stuff for their children and they're taking them to McDonald's and getting those French fries. But now we can share with, I have grandchildren. I know Daniel here, we both have he has a sister. I have a niece that's going to have another baby. So thinking about that. So I just wanted to wrap things up and leave you with three options. Maybe today we inspired you to be more intentional about your health, or you're curious and ready to start experiencing Juice Plus. or maybe a friend came to mind or someone that you want to share this information with. Do you have any questions? Open this for questions.
Looks like Daniel might.
Is this like similar to like the Bloom green stuff and all that, or
I'm
I
not
think
sure
it's
what the
called
blue and green stuff is.
I think it's called Blooms or something like that, the brand.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of things out there. I always just go back to check out our research. Check out the research, see what it does, and I can provide the research summary to Cecilia, and she could get that to you, Daniel, and you can look at that. And just look at the NSF certification, the quality, the integrity, how long it's been around, the research most importantly, and would you get your child for free, and see if the other products can compare.
Gotcha. Awesome. Well, thank you guys. It was some good information.
Yeah.
Knowing that on our side of the family we do deal with stomach issues, so might help out.
Ah, well, you are you very familiar with gut health and how to work on that?
You know what? It's been an experience. It's maybe about 5 years now. Did run into some gut issues, so just kind of been trying different things. Some work, some don't, but it's just a matter of picking and choosing what I find has worked for me. But it's good information. I appreciate you guys' time.
Well, thank you for sharing that, and I'll provide Cecilia some information that she can pass on to you that you might be interested in taking a look at. And we just appreciate you taking the time. And for those of you watching this on the replay, thank you for caring about your health enough to take the time to do so. And Cecilia, you're awesome. It's hard to tell that this is the first time you've done anything like this, so kudos to you.
Both
Thank
of you,
you.
you did a great job. You really did.
Yeah.
Uh,
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much for being here, Nikki.